Hi guys, story recaps here. I am going to explain a 2020 American superhero film called Birds of Prey. Please try to like or dislike the video, it is important to us. The film begins, and the main character, Harley Quinn, appears on the screen. His father once sold him to a nun in exchange for an alcohol bottle. She used to abuse Harley, but Harley never gave up hope on her. First and foremost, she finished her education and eventually graduated. Then she goes about her job as a psychiatrist. Harley meets a man named Joker at the same place. Now that Joker had become a boyfriend, Harley used to agree with everything Joker used to ask her to do. The Joker tells her to dive into a chemical liquid. Harley's mental health is greatly disturbed as a result of this. And Black Mask, the city's villain, is pictured. And he makes contact with the corrupt people of this city in order to establish himself as an organized form of criminal. So he may engage in crime and torture the residents of this city. He also has a habit of collecting masks. The next character is Helena, who comes from a wealthy family. Some killers had murdered her family out of greed for money. But she had managed to survive at the time. One of the gentlemen drives her there. And that man's siblings have improved her training, so she can deal with the corrupt people. After then, the film begins. And Harley Quinn, who had been dumped by Joker, is seen. She was quite concerned about it, and she had planned to keep a pet with it. So she goes to a shelter and adopts a dog as a pet. It can also be seen here that Harley is an excellent skate fighter. Harley has now moved to a club owned by Black Mask. And she drinks a lot of alcohol when she goes to that club, and her drink falls on a man. Who yells at her too much? Harley jumps over him at the same moment. And both of his legs are broken. That man was none other than the driver of Black Mask. Black Mask is now enraged by this action. He asks Harley to leave this club when she returns home from the club, and she becomes enraged with Black Mask. Harley now plans to utterly destroy Black Mask, and she starts a truck there. And she starts driving forward in the chemical factory. And it was the same chemical plant where Harley had transformed herself because of Joker. And the factory's owner was Black Mask, no anybody else. Now Harley leaps off the truck, and the truck is driven right into the chemical facility. As a result, a massive explosion happens. And that factory has been completely destroyed. Following this, Harley walks away. When she awoke early in the morning, she had a strong desire to eat. She then walks over to a restaurant. There, she orders a sandwich. She was leaving now, holding the sandwich. Meanwhile, a cop named Renee Montoya begins to chase her. And she desired a promotion after capturing Harley. Now, there was not just Renee looking for Harley. There are a lot of people that are Harley chasers. Because Harley had caused their loss by meeting with Joker. Now that everyone knew Joker wasn't with Harley, they all had to go after Harley. They're all trying to attack Harley one by one now. Harley was now trapped between two fires. A masked girl arrives at the same time. And she kills him with her crossbow. Who wants to go after Harley? Black Mask may be seen on the opposite side. Who had kidnapped a family? Black Mask wanted to learn more about a diamond from them. Now, Black Mask directs his special boys to murder that family. Now, a guy wearing a black mask approaches the small girl. That kid tells the entire truth to them. She informs Black Mask that delivery will be made within a few days. And there's a diamond in there. And all of the codes, which are their account numbers, had been written on that diamond. That family at the beginning of the film is still being questioned. In addition to gathering all information, Black Mask murders that girl. A driver was now required to Black Mask. Because Harley Quinn broke his driver's legs. As a result, he hires a female named Black Canary as his driver. Now he tells Black Canary and his crew that delivery will be approached tonight, that there will be a diamond, and that several codes will be written inside that diamond. I'll pay you a lot of money if you deliver that diamond to me safely. And no mistake should be made in this task. Bring the diamond to me right away. Following that, they both proceed to take the diamond. When they were returning, a little girl named Cassandra began to follow them, snatching diamond. And she grabs the diamond from Black Mask in a stealthy manner. Following that, the cops come. They knew that a girl named Cassandra robbed them. And she is snatching the people's luggage, chains, and rings. As a result, when the police arrive, they arrest Cassandra. Following this, the scene shifts and it is shown that Harley Quinn has been kidnapped by the men of Black Mask. And Black Mask threatens to kill Harley Quinn here. And he claims that you have no connection with the Joker. It has been widely publicized around the city. And you've caused me a significant loss. Then Harley tells Black Mask that you were planning to steal a diamond, which was snatched by a young girl. Black Mask tells Harley, if you give the diamonds access to me, I'll let you go. And my guys will never bother you again. And Black Mask tells her, if you don't succeed in completing your task, my men will kill you. Harley is shown in a jail cell in the next scene, where Cassandra was imprisoned, and she starts firing her rifle there. There were several eggs and a variety of colors in Harley's gun. And Harley used to terrify everyone who approached her with her gun. Harley arrives at Cassandra's jail cell, encountering all of the police officers. When she arrives, she discovers that all of the jail cells are locked. And Harley throws the security system into malfunction, unlocking all prisoner cells, as well as Cassandra's cell. And they've all been let free. All of the inmates now wanted to kill Harley, because Harley, together with Joker, had cost them a significant amount of money. And Harley goes toe-to-toe with everyone here. And the struggle is still going on in the police station. This section contains a large number of firearms and weapons, which had been seized by the police from these prisoners. And here is where Harley gets her favorite weapon, a baseball bat. And Harley starts fighting with all of the prisoners here. After a fight with everyone, Harley escapes with Cassandra. Later, Harley discovers that Cassandra has swallowed that diamond. Following that, Harley arrives in a restaurant, followed by Cassandra. And the restaurant's owner was well aware of the city's villains. On the second floor of the same restaurant, there is also a Harley apartment. Nobody knew anything about the apartment. Following that, Harley feeds her pet. On the same night, some people arrived at her apartment. And then they detonate a bomb on her house. As a result, her pet is no longer alive. As a result of this loss, Harley becomes aggressive. Because she believes this, only the owner of this restaurant is aware of her location. Now, when she walks downstairs, Harley inquires of the owner of this restaurant, "Why did you tell them my house's location?" The restaurant owner then says, "It's simply a business. They had given me a large amount of money. And I am going to establish a bigger restaurant than it. This is the reason I told them your house's location. So I had no choice but to do it." Now that owner has said it, she is leaving. Now, Harley chooses to hand over Cassandra to Black Mask. As a result, all of those gangsters will stop chasing her. Following this, Harley calls Black Mask, and she asks that he meet her at the location she provided, where she promises him, "I will give you Cassandra. Our agreement will be completed after this." On the other side, a police officer called Renee Montoya is shown, who works in her police department. His superior mistreats her there. Renee's boss had promoted his other assistant. Renee deserved the promotion since she had done excellently. She had also imprisoned and arrested several criminals. Renee was now dissatisfied with the situation. She resigns from the police force. When Harley Quinn calls Black Mask, he instructs Black Canary and his crew to pursue her. And he asks that they deliver that diamond to me. After that, you may kill Harley. It can also be heard by Black Canary. Because she knew Cassandra and she did not want her to be killed, Black Mask's guy may murder Cassandra. As a result, Black Canary sends a message to both of them. The crew of Black Mask now has access to all information. He calls Black Mask and tells him everything. Now that Black Mask is enraged, he shows his true face. Black Mask is now preparing to fight everyone. The scene now shifts to Harley, who was with Cassandra. Harley is now attempting to steal the diamond from Cassandra, which had been swallowed by Cassandra. Then Renee and the Black Mask's lady arrive. And the Black Canary makes it there as well. When everyone sees each other there, then they all start attacking each other. Because they all believe they are the permanent enemy of one another. They're still talking about Black Mask, when his entire group approaches there. At the same time, they believe that if they do not save Cassandra, Black Mask will kill her. And he is not a moral man if he saves our lives after killing Cassandra. As a result, we'll all have to battle Black Mask together. Following this, the entire squad creates a bond here. The name of this squad is Birds of Prey. Then Harley tells them that they have a lot of weapons. When she unlocks the cupboard, though, she finds nothing. This reveals to her the Joker has taken all of the weapons from here. Meanwhile, Renee comes across a box. Bulletproof vests and baseball bats are some of the weapons in that box. They all take advantage of it. Finally, the Birds of Prey crew prepares to face the Black Mask people. The guys of Black Mask have entered and are looking for Cassandra. Because Cassandra had the diamond that contained all of the information about that wealthy family. The Birds of Prey crew is now fighting everyone effectively. They are ultimately leaving after battling with them. Suddenly, Black Mask comes in front of them. He and his crew possessed a large number of weapons. While the Birds of Prey squad came up empty-handed. They all believe they are without weapons, thus we cannot fight Black Mask. Meanwhile, they see Black Canary, a woman with superpowers. Because of her voice, everyone gives their way and they travel a long distance. But Black Mask escapes, taking Cassandra with him in his car. And Harley begins to skate beside their car. Her skating speed, though, was not too fast to keep up with their car. Then that masked lady appears, and Harley pursues their car. Harley is now moving upside down in the car, using her brain. And she hits the brakes, and the car comes to a halt. Black Mask was also smart enough to hide by going behind the pillars. There was deep darkness and fog. As a result, Harley does not see Black Mask. There were several statues. But Black Mask also had Cassandra. He threatens Harley there, threatening to kill Cassandra if she follows him. However, Harley was also clever. She approaches him and attempts to shoot her gun at him. Her intended target, Black Mask, however, is missed. Her revolver had just one bullet left in it. And Harley begs to Black Mask here, "Forgive me, but spare Cassandra's life." At the same time, Cassandra shouts, "Forgive me. Because I snatched your ring as well." However, it is not a ring. It was the bomb pin that Cassandra had taken from a device kept in Black Mask's jacket. Harley then drags Cassandra towards her. With it, she pushes Black Mask off the bridge. And Black Mask explodes in the air. And now he's in the water. This battle will be won in the end. Following that, the Birds of Prey team is formed. Then they're all seen seated in a restaurant. Then Cassandra says to everyone, "I need to go to the bathroom. I also need Harley." And they're all having fun with their breakfast. Then it is discovered that Cassandra and Harley had escaped, taking the diamond with them. At the end of the film, Harley announces that Black Canary, Renee, and Black Mask Girl have been reunited. And using the information obtained from the diamond, we transferred all of the fortunes to the true daughter of that family, Helena. They had collected so much money that they decided to keep the Birds of Prey crew going. On the other hand, they had all three formed a team to fight the gangsters. Now that Harley Quinn had gathered all of the information from the diamond, she makes a lot of money by selling the diamond to a jeweler. She is now using that money to buy a new car. And with it, she begins her new life. Cassandra was now in the same room as Harley Quinn. Harley's pet, who was previously thought to be dead, may now be seen. Harley now had that pet as well. They were all quite enthusiastic now. Subscribe and turn on the notification. You can also dislike or like the video to appreciate our hard work.